Hi, my name's Drew Norman. I own a company in Phoenix, Arizona called the Jeep Farm. We specialize in Jeeps 1986 and older, and we'll do the Grand Wagoneer up to its final run in 1991. I also own a company called the Paint Farm, where we do all our own paint and body as well as other vintage cars. So what I'm next to here is a 1981 CJ Scrambler. This is owned by Candy out of California. Candy bought this Jeep sight unseen off the internet, as a lot of people do these days. It was 35-inch tires, spring over, burgundy. It was held together by hopes and dreams, lots of bondo, lots of bad decisions. On her way, so she flew into Houston, I believe, picked up the Jeep, made it to Amarillo, Texas, and the right axle shaft snapped and the right tire sort of exited the vehicle on the highway. She gave up. It was her and her dad. Had called me, had the Jeep shipped to us from Amarillo. I'd say that was a little under 2 years ago, and we proceeded to do a near nut and bolt restoration, but the motor was in good shape, so we kind of left it alone. But we'll get into that in a minute. I just want you guys to watch this video on this really cool Scrambler. So as I was saying, this Jeep was actually like a dark maroon, had a black grille, cheap eBay Renegade stripes or Scrambler stripes, I can't remember. Candy wanted something cool, so she sent us a bunch of photographs of different pale yellows she liked. When we do a paint job, the Paint Farm, we'll do a couple of mixes, we'll do some sprays, we mail them to the customer, have the customer view them in person, not over the phone. They have to sign off on them, saying they like them. I think we did about 7 or 8 sprays till we got to the yellow she wanted, and it just looks phenomenal. So we got all the bondo out of the body, mechanically sanding it. This tub was not pulled off and sent for sandblast and epoxy. We mechanically sanded it, painted it the yellow that she loved. We had it pinstriped, you can see here, by Tony Perez here locally in town, Tony's Pinstripes. He is amazing, does a fabulous job. Did color match bed liner inside, color match bed liner in the wheel wells. Just actually turned out to be a beautiful Jeep. So as I said, this Jeep was spring over, had 35 BFGs, 1510, just basic black wagon wheels. And that's not the look Candy was going for. So we lowered the Jeep, put it back spring under, Bilstein shocks, very simple setup. She wanted the original wheels, so I dug these 15.7s out of my stash. Did some 33 1050 15s to go with that, some BFG ATs. Just a nice clean look, like nothing over the top, sort of fits her personality, and something that looks really freaking good. So as I said, this Jeep actually ran and drove really well. We did a compression test, everything came back good, so we basically just stripped the block, painted it, cleaned it up, resealed it, and put it back in the Jeep. It did have an Alfie 4-barrel intake, a header, and then a 4-barrel carb. Ran good. We went through the carb, cleaned everything up, and it just runs like a champ. It's a 258, has the T176 4-speed, Dana 300. As Jeep guys know, it's just a bulletproof little setup. Again, old rock crawler. Had dual batteries. We thought about converting it back to a single battery tray, but we had it, so we put 2 batteries back in it, heavy duty battery cables, new radiator, new bottles, blah, blah, blah. Just cleaned it up. Runs and drives great. Strong little combo, perfect for tooling around California. So this Jeep, you know, was pretty rough on the inside. Just had basic black seats, nothing fancy. It was kind of a little beat down. She wanted it nicer, and the nutmeg looks really good with the pale yellow. So these, I believe, are old best stop seats. We restitched them to resemble the factory seats, again, just to keep the budget and get the nutmeg. Reproduction dash pad, painted in nutmeg. We stitched the door panels, painted all this in nutmeg to match. This is a Laredo steering wheel. I think she had like a Lacara steering wheel on here or something. Wanted a Jeep steering wheel, and I had this laying around. So gave this to her. We restitched it. Jeep horn button. This is a later model horn button. She wanted a little pizzazz. So you'll see some chrome here and there. Originally, she wanted all the hinges on the Jeep in stainless steel. We did it took a picture, sent it to her. She said it was too much. So we circled back, found all her original hinges, painted them the body color, but we did them with stainless steel bolts. You'll see that in the photographs. And it turned out really neat. You know, a Tuffy console. I think this was actually in the Jeep. T176, and this had previously been bent. It looks cool, works good. We left it. Did this in stainless steel. This is a vintage audio, Polk audio speakers. It is wired for 6x9s in the back. We showed them to her. She wasn't crazy about them, so we removed them. Had Tony pinstripe the glove box. All in all, just worked and ended up really good. This is the toggle switch for the lights on the bumper. USB port for charging your cell phone and running the radio if you don't Bluetooth it. Just turned out to be a really nice, comfortable area to sit and worked out great. You can also see the color match bedline floor, but then we gloss painted the shifter cover. Little things like that I really think make the restoration look good. So in the back of the Scrambler here, I like simple sometimes. Jeeps are simple. We build some very complicated Jeeps at some points. I love the color match bed liner. Black bed liner on a different colored vehicle kind of drives me crazy. It's a little cheap looking. So you can see the colored bed liner. You can see on the roll bar and all the suspension and all the roll bar bolts, all the seat bolts, we always use grade 8 bolts. Little stuff like these, you know, you'll see the grade 5s, but we always do grade 8s on anything important. Candy did add a rear seat, so we stitched that. You can see the glossy paint on the roll bar. Just overall, it turned out to be a great little Jeep. I know I say that a lot, but when I do these videos, it really makes me realize the kind of detail that my guys put into these things, and I couldn't do it without them, and I appreciate it. So wrapping up this video, as I said earlier, when I reflect on the amount of work that we put into these Jeeps and the amount of work my guys put into them, it really makes me proud. I mean, they really bust their ass on these things. And the little attention to detail, I think, is what makes us stand out from other shops. You can see all the stainless steel bolts. We polished this, you know, the pinstripe Jeep, the pinstripe, all the stainless steel. It really is the detail that I think sets us aside from most shops. And I wanted to thank you guys for watching it and enjoying it. Please like and subscribe, do all the YouTube things that need to be done to keep us out there. And stay tuned for the next video. We got a bunch of good ones coming out. Thanks again, guys.